Today, now the 21st day of February 2023. One can talk about anti-corruption. One can talk about the audit report for 2021. Now we want to talk about anti-corruption. Say they want make me say this 2021 audit report we don't come out. Say there na people that will know they sleep na the wing. They don't go inside, they don't come on a door, they don't wutu, they don't sickle, they don't panka. Over 2 billion leons don't come out. Yes. What they do waiting for do? Over 2 billion leons na come out. Hey, Papa God. Why we still get this conversation? No, seriously though. Why we still get this kind of a conversation with this administration? Because if they waka the waka, then talk the talk. We not for the get this so. We not for the get this conversation here. That conversation for collect money. Anti-corruption yourself, if you don't try. You remember that time for that laptop? But this one, over 2 billion leons. Toto utokamo. Na Patrick Sandy. How they talk for ACC? The media person. Na I tell we. ACC keep threatening them. Anybody who can clear a name? Do ya? If you not clear your name, you go Christmas, you go spend them behind bars. If you not do this, then ain't gonna happen. So if ACC no run a town, now so 2 billion for go for feng. What is so? ACC are big because una now they tell we. Now they defend back with una tell we. For me on Tripoli, all man get right to your opinion. For me own, me own. But dear, I give you this money, I say yeah. Are you the men me picking them? I give you the money. But they are take care of me picking them. But I can always send an uncle for go ask question. So that me picking them waiting are they give for them if for benefits them. When the uncle go ask question, you go fair not say what you say for make you do for the beginning. You know do But what I can ask you, they tell me say, the beginning they don't find. If I say write report, if you write that report today, if you write and done, myself, I go flip 2-3 times. Say me picking them are the best. Who say they mend them? And then they myself can take and go and bluff. Say, me picking there. Hey, come by education. Now the best. Me picking them. But human capital development are the best. Me picking them. And so are they make months by me comping them. Pas so the uncle can catch me say, bra. This way they go and talk soon. I don't pull the report to which I go fair not. And then I can begin look say, So outcomes. Because in a village I come I can find a yobo. I say a yobo, but they go do work. A yobo qui say no pa. One other squad they down the road and call them Scorpio squad. Love send there. Scorpio squad can go now. And they get and they invite people there. So you turn and come. That person will be give the money. That truthful person, he get integrity. What do you think? You think say the person get integrity? Mamel Conte, thank you for the stars. Alright. It left to you for decide if that person they get integrity. But me back and me they both say the one they only take care of me picking them and get integrity today then get on tomorrow. You know say the audit report it can long. So ACC no go able deal with all thing where they do. But they can pick the prime thing them for make them able for say no you pass mark. The pass mark want them. And then can pick. So they don't give you 2 updates now. Out of the Auditor General report for 2021, 2 updates. Who side and focus? 1, then focus per Petroleum Directorate. Petroleum Directorate. Freetown City Council. PPRC. Papa gonna tire. PPRC. Yeah. Na mi yondesi. Agricultural Value Chain Development Project. The first report where ACC give, na them one they did focus pa. Why I read them back? I tell you say Petroleum Directorate, Freetown City Council, PPRC, Agricultural Value Chain Development Project. And then focus pa. That's na. Then they give you by parts. And a part 1. Part 2. Then focus pa Sierra Leone Ports Authority. Okay. National Mineral Agency. What again? Bombali District Council. If Freetown City Council they are back, then Freetown City Council. Yeah. Freetown City Council una name can tute. Na ACC. Part 1 una dede. Part 2 una dede back. We can look inside briefly. All them wire waiting ACC want make we know. But before that, let we come with Patrick Sandy. The person where they talk for ACC. We will know true how they collect this 2 billion. This 2 billion. I think it's just a common practice for make people them not get them books together. Not corruption. Me I not care what you call her. Not corruption. Yes. Now just common practice now in a salon. If they catch you, you give. If they not catch you, if ACC not come after you, well, you don't better. And the list long. ACC don't go able one at all, man. How ACC they pick the one they go after? Benny, look and they don't go na So all the man they do, it depends if they come after you. You think say corruption go ever done? You think so? That's alone. You think say we serious about the fight against corruption? Then go just tell say they don't collect money. And then they fire nobody. And then they jail nobody. And then fire nobody, then they jail nobody, then catch you fine. You know, put your books together, you write audit service scam, then say, let's see that money where government be give you, that 2 million. How you spend them? You say na A, B, and C. They say no, we need to take multically. Give you paperly. And if you give paperly, you go back, you go checkable. You go say, well, I not be get the invoice yet, I not be get the pro forma yet, I not be get this yet, I not be get, but when I get time, I go send on to now this and that, I saw them go do the auditor, then say them commodity. What you do because you keep business take place? You keep business take place. So what do you expect? Even if anti-corruption now they can't tell you say, oh, there are some of them people in there now because of one or two things, but my dear, not anti-corruption, not to them for collect money. Then give money for do work. Why would they see them fire them people here? If you been get for go pay money, you no go pay. Pass anti-corruption can I make you go pay? Why you still get job? Anti-corruption na repo man. We no call it anti-corruption again. No. It look like saying a repo service then. Now repo service na anti-corruption they do. Yes, we see them can repo. That's all being you give them back. Yes. So me need to call themselves anti-corruption again. On this particular matter, na repo man. Na repo man, yeah? But, no listening Patrick Sandy, where they explain already democracy, outside and take collect 2 billion leons. Yeah?
The Anti-Corruption Commission, they work closely with Audit Service at Leone.
The audio not good, but no be no more. He said the ACC, they work closely with Audit Service alone. But for this program, ACC na repo. Na repo man, then the anti-no corruption. Yeah.
The Parliament, and in that,
then they work closely with the Auditor General and also with Parliament.
When the annual audit report and all other audit reports they come out.
Not to say that this audit report no more. He say with all other audit reports will they come out, yeah?
They come in for see what we able to do, and so we inform the public also in these media releases as to what we don't do. So in this second media release, basically the issue we tell the public now of the issues we will look into as an institution, we don't able to recover an amount of money to the tune of 2 billion.
Yeah, then recover money to the tune of 2 billion
36 million 665,607 old leons.
Now old money. Oh. So me, that other Boku figure, over 2 billion leons, now they no recover.
And 6 cents. Basically, these are monies where institutions, individuals, they pay directly to the commission.
Listen, oh, they pay directly to the commission. This over 2 billion, now money where institution, individual, they don't can pay directly. Now make I say ACC na repo man. Because if they give money for do work, you not do them, they can collect them back na yuan. Okay.
And also in some other part, then they pay to the National Revenue Authority in the form of withholding taxes and also in the form of pay as you earn.
So some other one there, na tax where they not been pay. But they go pay. But I take option, the repo man, na income can say I go pay. You didn't I say withholding tax so this tax so go pay am. We go pay and do count the paper to we. ACC. The repo. So we camp and tax. When they say let them go pay am. But we camp and money, where them begin them for do work. Una they collect them. So the work them begin them for do. Wait, ba. That all that people they pa talk na me aid. That that people they pa talk na me aid say, me if I able do one thing, I get that who's friend. I take Tony Jones. I take Usman Tolly. I say okay, this is the thing right now. I the give na all, $2,000. Would they make hype say we they go do something, they go make road. $2,000, they go make road. But now they go make a more, now they go make the road. Na hype no more. Then we go hype and done, we don't hype and say we don't collect this money, we don't get down, we don't hype and say we go make the road better one. But you know, say salon people and then they forget quick. Oh, hype am, we left all thing. We audit service scam, and we can't wait yourself. At the end of the day, the repo man go can collect the money back now on hand. Then that same money they we don't give, we will not do the work, we can put them back in the basket. Those who don't collect money. Then another that keep pulling, and they what God cannot do does not exist. Yeah. No, seriously. Hello, put this money for project. We know the do. Nobody no check. ACC come, you collect that money back. Oh, no, I don't need for you the money safe. I don't make like say I don't do now. Then when the repo come, the repo collect. He make like say collect. Don't. Wait, now that triple come out now. They have this triple shuffle. Let's continue with the program. Yeah? But think no more. Think no more fine. Because by right, Usman Tolly, whose friend, and Tony, why they collect me money back? Then for no say that what they do, they not correct. But no, just they give them tap in the back. But tax, they go directly inside tax for go. But all bingi, we not deliver, we they collect. But think, Cambo. Oh, continue.
Or in a pay where they've been deemed for pay. But the fact that it is going to the government of Sierra Leone, we believe as an institution, than at the ACC, we are responsible for the recovery of these funds.
Would another institution, I witness the specific issue we make them pay in Kopoya?
Well, to start with, in the earlier release, we've been state the institutions, but for this second media release, we get, for instance, the Into Sierra Leone Limited. This Into Sierra Leone Limited, the audit report in view, when at the 2021 highlights say the Sierra Leone Ports Authority, the SLP, then they award a contract to this institution. And the contract now be for supply 2 buses and 1 Toyota Land Cruiser.
Into the area, but Mr. Ugo can go over and quick one just now.
And the total sum of the contract now be 1,613,368,500 oblions. And on that amount, they give what we call an advance payment, a 30% advance payment, where usually institutions they give by dint of procurement regulations. So that money we then give is possibly supposed to bring in the 2 buses and the Land Cruiser, but he never did.
He don't Into then give them 30% of 1 billion. I need to say a big body. Una not even pay 50% or 70%. Let go count the motor car for una. 30%. Then he left 70%. You know how much envelope then go don't collect first na port authority. Into Kuntu into so they meet up per 1 billion. Then get 30%. Who do they sell so self-force? On a so government they do business. Who do they do that kind of business day? You pay me 30%. Well, not pay me like go counter. You can't. Oh, some of you not go do business with the government. Oh. If not so now they do business with the government, you give you 30%. But that 30% day, you know how much first the envelope then. Hey. You know how much envelope then first go don't pass. For let get the contract first for let into winner. Sometimes the 30% not can I now then collectors buy. Now into the E. I don't think so now. I'm boss in Land Cruiser. Una no want me go give una. Okay. Continue, sir.
Or the institution never did.
He never supply them. Because 30% no do. 2 bus and 1 Land Cruiser. How much they sell her? 1 billion now na meet up. They wanna give them 300,000 or 300 million. Yeah, 300 million. Something will cost 1 billion. When I give them 300 million. So now therefore put the new money. Well, me I not do business with government one day. So I know now that they work. And into not of saying I then they sell you, and then they supply. So then never go take her. Continue.
So when this come out, and the amount will of course then for them, then give them what they receive now be 483 million.
483 million, not to 30%. Oh. If now 1 billion it cost. Because mathematics tell me say 1 billion, 30% na 300 million. So 483 million na 48% that one day. 48.3%. Not be 30%. Oh, that other one na in the envelope. Oh, sorry. I be fi say the 18.3% at the envelope that one day. And say them forgetting 30%. 30%. But now 483 million. And it cost 1 billion. I made the guy not deliver. Into say, Mba, I dey sit down para. Uncle Sandy, continue ba.
They're supposed to do this, they did not. So when we said good as an institution, we found out exactly as how it did in the audit report. Because we need to make this clear. In as much as the audit report or auditor general's report can highlight this as an institution, ACC, we said they go for really look into in terms of whether what they say are true or not true or what the issues are.
Okay, wait ba. Patrick Sandy say then can go look for know if true waiting audit report talk na true or not true. So that can look waiting ACC talk, the repo man. If waiting the repo man talk, if not true or not true. Who that can look at? For say what to? Waiting the repo man talk, na true or not true. And I then get the final say. Why Dominic? Thank you for the stars. Let the stars rain. What's in the go on? Judge Kamat, he said, public school math, they pay off. Okay, let's continue.
In actual fact, we don't take what they say hook, line, and sinker, but we investigate quite thoroughly.
Hey, the Hippo man say they know they take waiting ACM the audits say. No, then they investigate waiting the audit say. So in this case for Into, Into Lulu, we collect 30% of 1 million, but we 30% cut to 48%. That 18.3%, who that give? Or na over 1 billion. Anyway, Into Lulu, low they go.
So, but in this circumstance, we go there and realize that as they don't state in the audit report, the money with the managers, they don't provide this stuff. There are no evidence of problem. So, then if we call them in, certainly, and they come, they accept.
Hey? Imagine, Patrick Sandy say, then call Into come, then tell them say, bra, una collect 483 million. Now una collect. Boss, una not deliver. Land Cruiser, una not deliver. They accept. Huh? So if I for do business too. Una take government's money. Una not deliver. Judge Kamara, thank you for the stars. Okay, so what you wanna do them?
Inside on a statement.
No, yourself. So telling to Lulu then in a jail. No, ACC they put in jail. Once you give them the money back. Well, it's sweet for do business. Because yanda, when you do business, when you not deliver, they can't take the money back now you hand. So you can go invest the money safe other side. You make profit small. Okay.
Come, they accept.
Alright. Inside on a statement, I mention another agency we get for do with the National Minerals Agency. Take we through with some of the issues.
Well, in regard the National Minerals Agency, they is supposed to pay withholding tax.
Listen, this time an entire government agency wait for pay tax. Withholding tax they wouldn't keep all on behalf of government. Yes. This time we mineral them. Then people that wouldn't they deal with. And they tell and say, okay, for this diamond, una go give you $1 million, now we own tax per the withholding tax, then they all are on behalf of government. What's happy with them?
And the withholding tax we therefore pay we then deduct because this they get withholding tax on services people that way they come
into the area
for do some work. We realize out of what they said they had paid, there was a balance payment we therefore still make to the government of Sierra Leone in the form of withholding taxes.
Why make inside the National Mineral Agency, why make the person we act like say you don't understand? Why still getting job? Eh? Why? No, true, we serious for fed corruption. Eh? We serious for fed corruption as alone. But me don't see say when they catch down the jelly characters and say, but that thing the way you say you do so is not correct to go pay. Then you go pay, done the case done. Me seven no go do me own. Now they happen so. Eh? Enemy. We told in tax, you don't only money done. This is a government tune. But business what you do. On behalf of government, you they take the tax. Say this, now they withhold for government. What you withhold now, you for go hand over back to government. But you see don't para. Eh? Okay, since we wait, Patrick, wait. Let's just make Fambule no enemy their own. Yeah? Because just now we are but into Lulu. So enemy law are about them. Their own money, na Amos. The auditor report be highlight say NMA deduct a total sum of 399,579,096 Leone's 39 cents. Now all money. Why not still right for all money? ACC, why not still right for all money? The repo man. Now left them here. Oh, na right and all money, they look big. They don't collect over 2 billion. Because when I say I don't collect over 2 million, then go say, na better money than they. So now I made the repo man, they put all money so that it go sound heavy. Then 399 million, yeah? As we told in tax for 2021. But you know how much then go pay? How much then give government? Then give government 231 million. But 399 million. 399. Calculator, where you at? When I needed you. Come. Let's do some calculation here. 399 minus 231. So 168 million. Now somebody, wait, triple A, wait. The receipt where they submit and verify. Now 231 million. Leaving a balance of 20. No. Okay, now wait, huh? Wait. ACC, una self una math. Oh, una, okay. Una bien. This is mathematics. According to ACC report, me, I be don't give na. I must me fair not say na 168. But ACC they give me different numbers than I have. But I take patience la we all go through, yeah. Leaving a balance of 29 million for which no receipt. They not submit for verification. But they also pay the sum of 293 million as pay as you earn. But receipts will then submit now for 133 million. With a balance of 150 million. Okay, let's go first waiting AAA, waiting ACC don't establish. ACC say this now waiting they don't establish. They not give the auditor them for me them verify. They not be give them the document. ACC don't investigate and establish it for withholding tax of 29 million and the pay of 159 million. They don't go pay them. So the 399, oh, now wait, let's check. I think the adult thing plus 159 minus 159. Okay, when I add everything, then they break them down for the pay and the withholding. So everything now 168. No, not 168 because they say 29 and 159. 29 plus 159 now 188. Say the other 20 million come out. Now wait me, after now. A total mineral deducted a total sum of 399 as withholding. No. This is not withholding. I not agree. When I go to ACC page if you want to see what I talk about. It did it. Go there. 399. 399 verified, then pay 231. If we left 168 million, we did not pay. So what happen when at 28 million? Not to 28 million. Now make the rush go pay. ACC, when I don't mistake now. Now I make enemy rush go pay. According to this document we una release. According to this document, 399 million. The change meaning they left and behind. 231 million. Now verified and pay. But ACC said the balance of them for paying at 29 million. How? 399 minus 231. Not to 29, no. Then for the withholding. Oh dear. No. Now they say they don't go pay. No. This me are not green. The math's not correct now. Not correct. They not correct tomorrow. But it is what it is. Uncle Pat, continue.
Then also in the area of the pay as you earn, they also give receipts, for sure, but there are still balances. But then at the end of the day, when we go into the issue, we do the investigations, we realize say they withholding tax when at the balance of 29,328,000 old dues, and the payee NMA don't pay to the government of Sierra Leone.
This is not correct. 399 million. Verified. Then pay 231. Then ACC say na 29 and they owe. No. 167 something. If I want add the other balance numbers them. 167 something million and they owe. I can end up to 29. But if una for explain and they, it's not correct too. But continue no more.
Of course, through their systems to the NRA. So we made those confirmations. But in actual fact, when the auditors had gone there, the analysis they did were quite correct. But later on, they show proofs of payment which they don't make to the government of Sierra Leone. But as an institution, we say don't tell and say these are payments we need for the make every year.
All right. You seem also mention.
But the people are not saying that they need for make. You don't need for tell themselves. Now yuki business, na corruption, na dabaru. So the law forbids them. What are the system we putting in place for make every year we know they see them kind of thing? As I had to say, he said they get discount for paying. Eh? The ACC they act like say, oh, they don't do well, and like seriously? Eh? They don't go pay the money. What you make you go pay half, you left half? What you be they do the half? Because this I will told in. You know all and all. What you make you not go pay complete? Why the person still getting job? So you just tell and say this not you if they pay every year, this and that. Then you done? The repo man.
The Bombali District Council also want to reveal say they fail for deduct and pay to the National Revenue Authority.
The Bombali District Council failed for deduct and pay to the NRA the withholding tax, but then in this amount of 9,219,006 oblions. But between intervention, they have made the payments, and the office number Kenny don't verify same. And we are cocksure even NRA don't confirm, say they don't receive the money. The same for Freetown City Council, and Freetown City Council again. Initially, in the first release, we mentioned an amount of money we then also for pay to the government of Saturday, but those monies are now being paid to the ACC through bank transfers. But with specific reference to this one in the media release number 2, this therefore also do with payments we then make to a contractor for construction of a mini grain store, Wellington. So this person not do the work at all, and in the media release we mentioned in investigations, of course, the contract with the award to one donor Walters, and this thing never happened. He has his own explanation that we decided to say for lead one, not be get access, etc., etc. But the bottom line is the work never went on, for which you received the amount of money mentioned, 157,684,620 euros, and so that money has to be refunded, and it don't commit himself for payback because he received the funds from the FCC. So generally, that is the position of the ACC. We are looking into several other issues with the Auditor General's report of 2021 mentioned, and we continue to update the public as to what they go on.
All right. That's now ACC Patrick Sandy, we are the Director for Public Education and Outreach. You there, yeah? I will explain them. Bombali District Council will be the talk about. The audit report reveals say the Bombali District Council then fail for deduct and pay to NRA withholding tax. We now like 9 million on some change. And then the audit report be fair not about them. So ACC say they don't confirm say the withholding tax Bombali District Council don't pay them to NRA. Then fail for deduct them. What's a better money? 9 million? I mean they not even bother. Because then fail for deduct them. So somebody has to pay. Is it out of pocket? Because they fail for deduct. So, and you're going to pay it. But now 9 million anyway. So Bombalin don't clear your name. 9,219 leons. 209. Yeah, 9 million. Not a better money. FCC. Waiting FCC your name can do inside it. FCC be paid 57 million to a contractor for the construction of mini grain store na Boto Okun Wellington. The contractor not do business. He not do am. Yeah, Patrick Sandy say the man say not be get access and waiting self. Donald Walters Steiner be the contractor. And he not do waiting then begin the money for. But now he don't agree say he go refund the money to the commission in 3 tranches. Starting from this February 2023. The exact amount they don't pay them, and they pay them back to to the repo. The repo service. So ACC 7 don't agree say if I pay the money to them. Let's check one or two other one them back. What the name can sign. Anyway, we don't talk and just now. I don't go fair not say that math they not correct. That one they not correct. Into we don't talk. Into back say then go give the money. The thing we are seeing now, you don't save them pay with penalty. But we not see nobody who they talk now pay with penalty. And this now nobody know the pay with penalty now. Okay, Petroleum Directorate. The audit report be highlight say waiting. The sum of 55 million was paid as GST. And then give the invoice then they. The report say the Petroleum Directorate allowance payment to senior staff them totaling 243 million. Withholding deducting pay as waiting 72 million. So where ACC investigated to nothing not. ACC say that are the Petroleum Directorate to the deal with. The out of a list suppliers provided by the Petroleum Directorate 15% GST. That the two suppliers who did not issue GST invoices have fulfilled their 15% GST to the ACC with 23 million leons, not to better money. The other two suppliers submitted NIA receipt which cumulated to a payment of 48 million. They are PPIC. PPIC. The audit report of 2021 highlighted for say staff file and justification for payment of arrears amounting to waiting 11 million. Small money there. 11 million were not presented to the audit inspection. The said amount of 11 million has been paid into the ACC. Then one day, then they not safe for PFOS. 11 million. Not even reach. Almost done the 11 million. A little, almost $500 or a little over $500. To better money. Now make a PPIC now go get bad name for nothing. For 11 million now I go get bad name. PPIC, you not say I will go believe una now. Political Party Registration Commission. Staff files and justification for payment of arrears. 11 million were not presented to the audit inspection. 2 board members who were paid this money by the Ministry of Finance. The ACC investigation, however, recommend for the refund of the money. So then 2 board members then they should be fired. Yes. Because BBIC, there are 2 board members then who pay this money, this 11 million. They're not for the day again. They don't go pay, and the deposit slip they don't present unto ACC. Because if somebody inside them political party, like how they see so quick, then go complain. And but remember, they could be influenced corruptically. They could be influenced. Because audit reports don't prove, say, they not get integrity. I don't care how you take, I left to you. Agricultural Value Chain Development Project, Nabo. So, what's in it? 5.5% of withholding tax, totaling 594 million leons. Then deduct them from staff salaries. Yeah. Kai! 5.5%. Hey, money, there's a lot for agriculture. Hey, oui! 5.5%. Now then deduct. Now come to 594 million. 5.5%. 594 million. Yeah. Yeah. It's kelelu. Money there. And then deduct them from the staff their salaries. Is somebody listening? Eh? You know, left you. The audit report also highlights, say, the total tax, where them for be don't deduct from the salaries there, now 10% instead of 5.5%. Eh? Whether one day left another money of 701 million. So, accordingly, therefore, since there was no evidence of payment by the value chain to NRA of the 5.5% when they owe the government, the sum of 1,296,000,000 now they don't total all now. So what's in the investigation not by this agricultural hey Papa God. 5 checks for the payment of the withholding taxes have been prepared and written in favor of the Commissioner General, National Revenue Authority. Payment was done and copies of the checks and NRA receipts were made available to the investigation team NABO. In that regard, the NRA authorities that within NABO don't acknowledge, don't shake their head, say, yes, the receipt of them payments then they by the Agricultural Value Chain Development Program. Now the NRA account will total 1,296,000,000 is correct and a true. Yeah. So just like that, somebody be get 1.2 billion when they don't come aside. Yeah? He say in pay 5.5% now in the pay. But you not pay. The book where he do, he say na 5.5% in go pay, but you not pay. Then if not say it not to be even 5.5%, na be 10%. Why the person still getting job? Why the person still getting job? Nine are the question. Nobody no fire. We don't collect over 2 billion. We're good to go. We na repo service we they do. I make a call in the repo. Now tell you say no do an next time. Next time back you do an can and take. They say no do an next time. No, we serious true. for fet corruption? Or na just play cook? Eh? Salon will see us for fet corruption? Or na pa hype? Na pa hype pour the fet corruption à Salon? Pa hype? Eh? Pa hype now the fet corruption. We should not be talking about this in 2023. We're not supposed for the talk bodies. Because this administration say they're ready for fight against corruption. Why do we still have that kind of a corruptive attitude there? Well, the Hippo man go say no to in the jail. In a collecting the collect. So that's supposed for do the vetting now. We for say because of this, what in the chief minister they do? Eh? Are we serious? The audit report is big. The big one. All the man they do. Who don't anti-corruption catch you like that? They don't catch you, you good to go. If anti-corruption catch you back, the mistake by the math well like that. They not mistake by you own well. God help me. Welcome on board this friend. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A, for giving me the platform. And thanks to the listeners and viewers, and thanks for talking me through. Regarding this corruption, we listen at an issue of transparency and accountability, not in challenge more. We don't see ACC for the past few years, then they do the amendments, then laws, then a parliament try for getting new laws. And up to recently, we see the one where they say now for kind of out of court agreement payments. We see them bring all them bill and they then reform them. But waiting they look say they focus on waiting the public life they do, or whether they involve in this public life, whether they distribute waiting the public life need, whether they give them service there. So you always note say now a compromise in people and the way they agree, where they make that thing where they talk about kind of cabal between themselves, compromise, citizen and they compromise. You get in at the community. And when you get this one, the way then they compromise, you see all the things there where you bring up, say, whether they give this, whether they give this, when they pay so, or whether they refuse for even carry out a duty, we didn't see them for do, or waiting they say can't give, or then we pay you, you know, give again. So now the one they can try for look at, because when you talk of human development in any areas, you talk of are you able to cut down corruption. Because another one they go bring development, because your resources then you put them into good use. Your system, you get the system they in good process. But when then they always they look at the system, we then foresee and they review the process, we then they go with. See, now we the ACC, now we they look after in terms of the one then way they take money. But again, now we supposed for able to try let people and stop for take money. So then can always tell us then they find way for stop people and for take money. And at that side they you the doubt. Say how then they stop for take money in terms of for stop then let not get access for do the dabaru and they do. Instead, now after the dabaru they get the way for go take another hand. So you see now two separate things and now then they checking the process, how they for do then things they have for let them go review. Then they suggest and can give you suggestions, we can hear them, but all come down to how the infrastructure they or how una go able look into the system we go operate, money no go they flow, or how una go look say people and go able get that respect for themselves, wouldn't they say na integrity. And the biggest challenge where the citizens are now, the one that they compromise, the one then when a civil workers they would do this process, the sector they more up on that public service day. So you see say that integrity, wouldn't they see respect for yourself, you get that respect for the job, and then you know say at the deliver will get respect. Now that one day not the problem. So because of na nature inside mortal man, and they can put in place laws them, where the laws them, where they try for deal with people and behavior, the pattern. Because when you look the causes, first of all, into the cause corruption, it boku per mortal man in lifestyle. So man will say, na yanda are they go able to get quick money, na me own way for like go get that job. So man na in your lifestyle, where they work with the system. Also man in your psychology, na the man we want for bluff, that bongo man. And they say you only live once. And that now a kind of ideology. They call it YOLO. You only live once. And when you only live once, you feel like go just enjoy. You see, life now for enjoy. So you get all those categories of people who they look, say, then where they try forget. Then some them they just want for say want for feel more than how you they feel as superior like the society, so them go respect me. And only when I then go respect me when I get authority, the authority na money. So you get them character there. Where there are the institutions there, where they work there. So then different things there for can't tackle now. You as an ACC or you as the body or the institution where they say for can look after them thing there. If you know get back that integrity for say back, and they work with the principle where they put, not where I go to a change here, a change here. They see say some area na they act and build, it look not consistent, especially this recent one. Then get the time where they get on board. You know that word summarize and say an out of court agreement payment. So you know they go na court, you go pay, we get way for taker. We see. So if you they and they take them, they play tricks. People and they camp and procurement, then they get there. Then you not put the review of the institutions there. You they always suggest, and then you they give money where you say you don't collect. You not going to try for say, well, that money I don't give. If we need for put digital system, you allow put them. Within they slow down, you know, try make them. But then they build more offices, then they build one, I think, behind the parliament for expand them, then they build someone at McKinney. But they look at the institution of the ACC now, how you go able to fight them character there, them behavioral style there, and institutional things them where they where they for say that them tear for pull, go between, we pull them, procurement system, we secure them because then they put digital anytime, then they go get funds, then launch something, then go say now for this, it go work, we go stop for let them go thief, we they put procurement, people them for use online, but you they see how you go get computer, who say you go get data, or who say you go get Wi-Fi, or how you the institution go develop anything they are all. So you can forget that network, that web light, where you go say this institution don't work, then we all then get a function there. So how they bring in this digital, then I install them because this now one of the main loopholes where money they go. They go to up the officials them, where then they now the higher institutions, they to the minister, they to those who are in charge. So you look, say, you as an ACC with the government, when they sign memorandum of understanding with different institutions there. But how effective then they are then they? Say like the ACC back, I think in March, then go sign another memorandum of understanding with NRA, then together with the Sierra Leone port. So then 3 years, they make what they call tripartite. Then 3, they make this agreement. So the agreement was all for check them ports, then they say some container them they can. They know they pay in terms of tax. So the National Revenue Authority back, they say for let them go see how they go able for they collect more money. So you know that was the chain work of collecting money not been there between the NRA, between the port authority, account to the government, and go sign this agreement. But the point is how you they stop this anti-grafting system, open the graft inside the system. How you will put that for let you go make in place. Because the institution it lacks some side there. Then you affect people that will get behavior who don't do for long systemic. The one they will be say, then just they can't for can't try again. And some then they try for whole respect in our society, and then you they get back the one they would look and say, now this way I go only find wealth and the wealth now in a success. When I get wealth in a quicker, faster way, it's success. So you get them there, I get for bring them to people. You go they talk to them really, because it can make rallies, it can make open talks, but how you go tackle that behavior when only for chronic and the money where if you say it flown out the system, and then how that procurement line did they? The procurement line, they don't the students in, and then they happen. How will I go able to do them? Look recently when we been accused of submission way global fund, people and go bid. All right, then in other words, then get a project. This project, they then say then they put it out for bidding. But many times they know they put them out for bidding. They all if nobody no go bid for this program because now me one for me I get the contract. Well, I want to take this contract here, so I go able to do this. I go able to do this. Now this price go cost you now. What a man back can in company say okay, I go want for do this project. Now so and so amount I want, and as so and so I go able for do. Now this design here I go do. Lost in a road. So you look say most times the third, second, and third or fourth how they can bid, they're not a day. So you they always create people and say they don't can bid for this particular project. So the procurement, you go say, oh well, I just don't give the one way qualify. But most times you dey give the one way them favor. And when they do a sideway, now they always come out to this bad effect. Because if it is official way man can at the office, then go through the procurement process, then look this in bill, then look waiting your own company what? Because you always have to do that deposit. Not a payment for let you deposit and deposit to you the amount they want for can bid for this project for saying I want to make this road. No, then they want to know you well in case something happens. Say, I want this amount, show in a bank, and show me what you get, and show me what you want. So when you they procure now, if you they go do you procure the procurement now, you they go ahead for do the job. Because in case anything happen now, they know say money they. But if you don't know about the company, all the game they play inside, if law say now roads authority, now they ask for do the job. So roads authority administration, they no more know who then give this project. And when they give them project there now that person back would then just sabi. And when they just sabi, the person self is sabi how for eat the system. And when they eat the system, I think they cause more than problem there. When a mistake them all then they happen. For waiting they happen, we know they get public development, human development, report it is low because we know they get her. Because outside development for the one person, you don't grab them, you don't eat them. Then outside development and outside they go direct money now in a different way they go. Not to development, but not to more of a disaster because now one person the consumer. So, but you they look say most of the time the revenue. Because now revenue we talk of, now funds that we talk of, now grants that we talk of, we talk of loans who government can they go take, we talk of the revenue when they get from tax, from GDP, which then they sell. Now that money they are all linking together and say, well, if the one will have funds, something for make mosquito net, then give us a fund. We have this project. So the government say, well, what you get small, we now subvention this from 20% from government grants or what you get from with sales or what you they get from taxes. So now student money and all you see the one who they go out, they go out, they go out. So most times it's not development, not the government, they get more revenue for them go put in the basket where they go say in case of we get something will happen. Because if government they say then they get reserves, they will only get reserves when there is revenue where they go able for manage between what's in the camp. Don't forget about disaster, don't forget about world crisis. Don't talk of a normal government side. But when you don't do them things, they're not sending the buffer for all the shortcomings who they talk about things we don't know they come. But when you don't fail for do them things, and they happen presently, with all the hide behind now for say now because of this, now because of the price of this, petrol no day, this no day. Because when the institutions then will go whole farm, so then go structure the corruption areas, then now build them up. Then the institutions then back home are put in place for check corruption, they're not well strong enough. So you see, institutional challenge, that one did the bangana, that one did the bangana, but it all comes down to how we were able for come up and these things there. It all about for we get a strong governance system, and then the widespread of poverty go able for come up. But when the corruption it undermine any sustainable development, it undermine them. Any development, it only undermine because of corruption. And when we are not too effective, when we not get, it's different. When they manage, it's different. But when we not get, we not manage them well, in the problem. And when the management is failing, Now the system, the private, the people know they get what they get. So that then get for the try look into how ACC get for structure, how ACC get for making a system, that digital system, that procurement area, and then the transparency for say what they see, what una they do and account. Because when you transparent, it's very easy for be accountable. But some people are very clever to be accountable by not being transparent. Because when you see what's in happen now, accountability in the form of pretext. Now in the happen, where they go, then go take the money, oh look at pay on our back. And then the transparency of the how the transaction the day, nobody know the see them. But you know, go wait for let them say, will they pay the money as pay as you earn? Pay as you earn, then they take as taxation. When that money then go pay all. How much you know be don't pay trade. Because now what you earn, now they pay towards, but we don't even know which are the percentage. Because look at what's in the percentage when they give with what you work. But it all comes down to the all the effects for their own work. Because some self themselves, you know, in that nature, because then you don't become so bothered with the system who don't corrupt, but themselves can challenge the work. They know they try for talk to, or whether then they talk to, whether then support them for let ACC go try do what them for do, we know they know. But it all comes down to transparency and corruption perception where people and they look in so that index they will still get for 5 times. The area of putting and taking money, not they then they help. But area of curtailing corruption is a big challenge. But only hope say God will help will get the system for law get them right so that the anti-grafting system when they just did the barrow, it go able for stop, so I go able for go before and all man go aware for say me go put me on job and efficiency for say I put out all my strength for now go promote this. Thank you very much. Let God help our nation and let go stop this for let developments go this. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfren.
You're welcome, yes, sir.
I want to say thanks to Usfren for your submission. Welcome on board, Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, Tripoli, thanks for bringing me on board. I want to say big thank you to Usfren, and I also want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the listeners. I think me own take on this ACC, the big money where they don't say they don't get that. I will go back to first of all the statement of Keke Soma Sandi, we say the government not corrupt at all. The big question we ask outside the problem money now the opposition or not to government at all, not to government officials them. When you look at them, they say MDs them, and they even go further for name them for we. That tells you this government self corrupt. Not this not to they not will begin cast the blame for anybody say, oh, this not the corruption we take from the previous government. No. This now waiting then do. In fact, now then conduct audit reports, now then do the audit reports, not to like that so that tells you exactly say this government gets corrupt officials them. But also then my main point. My main point now the vicious cycle or the cycle where the ACC they work inside. Don't like what you say in your submission to AAA, then go then collect this money from corrupt officials. They're not they charge them, they're not they ask for penalty, not nothing, they're not they sack them. Then take this same money back, then go put inside the consolidated fund or then go give the president. Then in turn, what's in the happen? Project come, this consolidated fund or this money then give to president, he take them back, he distribute and give the MDs there. What's in the happen? Corruption take place. ACC come back, then collect, then go put up. Not just may go around, around with the go no more. Nobody not be sacked, nobody not be all accountable, nobody not be jailed. Just because they ask, are we really serious to fight corruption? I really doubt it. Since this government can they show we almost people and don't jail when are for corruption. Instead, anything related to opposition, this is my problem I have with this current regime. Anything related to opposition, they go trumpet and then go, in fact, vuvuzela any kind of way. But when are them see, they don't even call names themselves. Na problem. Like when they say no more, reprimand them. Then they go they rip with then take what they for take, then they go put them back. Then go the government distributor or the president distributor. Ministry of Finance give people the way then go order the chap. It's a game. It's a game altogether. Trust me, if their money and I mean opposition members there, then what they call them for call the name one by one. They will even describe who side and come out, describe who then come out because we see in the report, the first report what they do. It's all politics. If ACC be really serious from the starting of this government up till today, then they don't almost all these reports don't come out. Almost people in the all accountable. Almost people in the don't jail. So what when you look, the man go don't the man then at the office so then they pay him. They take the government money, use them inappropriately, not to what they call. When they come, when the ACC come, we say, but this now just give back the money they ask me for. It just about when man tip 1 billion, you go to an court, the court find 100 million. Now only they run for pay, they tip back the next time. If we really be serious for put corruption down, for reduce corruption, because when you look at the president's statement, he said they carry wage war on corruption, indiscipline. But I beg for ask this question: is Sierra Leone free or the corruption don't reduce? Far be it. Indiscipline, is it free? Has it reduced? Far from it. So let me we'll go back. This thing, I always say this thing, Triple A. Politics now don't continue for damage Sierra Leone. Politics is the canker worm where they really fet with development one. And if the government, when you don't win election, forget politics now. Now you're the president. Now you're the ruling government. Pull politics out of your face. Face the things in real. But nothing like that. Every time they want to politicize things. If only this opposition, you see where it reached to anti-corruption, I mean the FCC, they put the name two sides. Yeah? Even when they read that, I was like, wait, why is FCC, Britain City Council, now the first batch, then the second batch? Because this the politics what they talk about. So for me, that's what they say. If the government, if ACC is serious, then they come up at this vicious cycle they never. And the other two way I think Sabi don't say that this platform one time. Triple ACC or repo man them, not so only for go reap money, therefore also help for train MDs them. Therefore also help for make sure say the way money they being distributed, the way they play with money for reduce that the MDs them. Money for begin transfer only to bank. It is really easy for reduce the corruption panel. We all don't see this part that the world will do. Then can be big money than they call us. If you call a man, they scared us. But when you go to salon, a different story altogether. With hand and dip at the physical cash too much. That they increase corruption. So for me, it's not only for capture the corrupt people or for go repossess the money them, but also for train the MDs there, let them able for reduce the level of corruption when they take place inside them. If not so that, let's look the same thing. If only this government get for commot, if they commot, when they can they set commission of inquiry and the same thing back, then go collect all the money they need, then go put in a consolidated fund. When the government they come, take them back, and distribute them. Not just the same thing round and round. Nobody not be fined, nobody not be sacked, nobody not be all accountable. Say this wire. In fact, in possession, only what he gets them for all them. That's not the commodian. When you look at the politics. So I think that immune take triple. If we pull politics, I think the ACC will be very much effective. But because of politics, or that pick the ACC and commissioner, that the president, or that they pick. I always they say this thing. The president may don't talk and say they never pick somebody where they go against her. So if they put people where they dance to in tune. Even if the ACC man want to be very much aggressive or very much proactive, where reach by the government side, where say this one and the one that they near the president, they bow down, they reduce the power. Because if he shake, then they pull an position. Me, I don't see the same ACC boss, they tell them talk about the chief minister about that money where they say he gets their account or whatever. He defended the chief minister by then. Clean David Francis. He defended less than 24 hours. He said don't carry on in this investigation done. And let God help Sierra Leone, bra. Now that me you take, bra.
Thank you very much, Alpha.
Welcome.
Yeah. I want to say thanks to Alpha for your submission. Just quick one. I open the phone line. If you think so you get something for ad, well, you can do it now. If you feel so we don't do well, then in the next 5 minutes, we dey left here. If you didn't have Facebook, you can watch now the screen. The numbers there, now the green section, and then they scroll this soon. The numbers for call. And then at the green section, and then they scroll there. 232-78990991. That's now WhatsApp. 232-78990991. Now WhatsApp. 1-646-610-3107. That's the United States number. 44-739-803-0402. That's the UK number you can call direct. If you dey listen na YouTube, just know say na past program. No call na past program. If na YouTube you dey listen. But if na Facebook, if you see live up there, then na live. Eh? Salifu Jalo say ACC started good, but corruption overwhelmed them. And then go with the flow. Okay. Yeah. Jungle Alive says, most government officials, I want to believe, they're not interested in fighting corruption. Now the people them, now they for fight corruption. He said the people them need for do so because now then they suffer on a daily basis. How the people them for fight corruption you go on for ask? He say the one them we know to the real press them, the unorthodox presses, now them for play big role. Then for demand me them put CCTV in public offices. Alright. Yes, Tony Bex, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, agree to know all of me family. You know, me now one thing I always talk. I don't want to say we 3 body the way for save we from perish and early death. And the legislative and the judiciary with the executive. And they don't kill that country there. Well, you not make me not blame all them 3 body then they. And they blamed we the people them. Because me I no boss, me is no deaf. I get foot, I get hand. Look some of them minister. Look some of them where they go to parliament as I call them. Representative from the ward them. You see this person, you know, say even bicycle self you no get. Not over talk about motorbike. They go tell us logo elect that kind of person they for money. First we be say even for girls side the sleep set na problem. Who say will survive? That small chicken change and they get a salary. It not go work. We politicians them poor. Now upon the taxpayer they go for survive. Until and unless say we and they open the not to the east way of open here like mountain for food. We not go land sense. From 1960, all the politicians, they look their wife and they kill themselves, go kill them brother, kill papa, kill uncle, kill paddy, for no more go turn minister, let go no more na parliament. Now for go thief, they no get CC, what they go say they go do for you. Because they no get her. So now me and you money, now me you go they cry no more, they cry to picking and cry, other picking and can, oh papa they don't cry ta, they don't go. Now we don't left, who they can cry, we picking and they can't cry back, it no go change. So we don't know to country way ready for go before. I don't talk from before go BN. If you not believe me word, I think a campaign they come so. Now we wait till we then say the time we wait for campaign. The same people the way they buy top up 35,000 where they cry. One bag dress now 850. You go see they support the people the way they kill them. Then they look for outside change the camo. No, na me countryman. No, na me in the same religion. No, na so na the same disbelief we get. I make Salon no go ever go before. For that look Triple say Triple qualify for that position day. No, because not to me countryman, not to me tribe man, not to me religious partner, not to me fambul. I declare down innocent man we know sometimes you know Sabine son name say for him first name. Just because they say na him, say do pull up Kwanwanta. We get bad and the bad don't grow it affect we all psychologically. You understand? You know it make me no want to talk about this I wanna call it anti-corruption. You know the optic in the latif. Mother be you go put in people in there. We in believe say them you don't hold meeting say na so we for do. Oh one thief they go na play na do the go meeting. To we self we talk and they go na usai cameraman or the rich. You know this ever see Mother be sack. He put on a Pademba wood. You know this Mother be get any minister from where don't carry don't pull where this one no work na I say resign. And one day he say minister na salo resign. And one day he say even permanent secretary they resign as alone. And one day anybody in the parliament will say because not of this I may take oath for. I resign. And one day I am. So how the country go before? Now Susu. When the society tried it out, now they survive. So if I thief 1 million, you thief 2 million, I go sack me. Now you put me there say no go catch thief, man. Then you the thief. They are not saying you the thief. So if me say go thief now, I go catch me. Because you pull me waste, I go pull you waste. Look where they not say that woman, I mean the biggest obstacle for me, they not destroy the Leone economy. And they play 419 and they say they lie say how the woman has suspension, the woman is not firearm. But why not they use the woman in legacy? Now on our website, put the woman in name day as the Auditor General of Sierra Leone. Let's see how these people then get criminology. They know what thing they do. They don't plan how to destroy the country. But the big fool people, we know waiting at that village, we don't get better sense. We don't feel so when they dance with them, they know they suffer. And then they suffer past the one day because the other one they know how to do how to the turn to 4. They don't get no problem with that. Because at the end of the day, if you go thief 10 billion loan, then go find you 10 million loan, which excuse of the next month are not good thief. Because when somebody we don't catch and say you then catch you on fraud, you thief money, not jail time. There is no excuse. But look one of South Africa where he buys a loan in 50. The president Zuma, when he break in office, when they catch him pan corruption, then sack him. Would I will sack Marabi in parliament? Where all the thief? Would I will get no vote of confidence in the parliament? They're all not criminal. So me and you, my brother or my sister, they listen. We go talk now. Thy kingdom come. Then people are really change. Until the people, the mindset knows say they were a criminal, they will not need in our system. Then Salon go move forward. Thank you, Triple A. I'll not disturb the other people. Let's say one call.
All right, thank you very much, Tony.
It's a pleasure.
Omar, I didn't know much. You got 3 minutes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Yeah, you know, me now one of the people are working accuse Sierra Leoneans and the people, but the things and the way they accuse them, you go accuse them, saying that their fault because they need a vote for issue, then they vote for tribe and region. We see them just within the past 4 weeks. We see how they go. We see the many people how then they behave with Marabio. What then they sing them, they antics them. We already just concluded a convention. We already singing music them where people then they sing. So we not say then people are locked into tribal thing. But in terms of vote, somebody will pull and somebody will get money, who can blame them on that? Because you don't know rich person the thief. Who was it in America? Now the rich people and then the thief with the broke one them. All the banks them, all the CEO them. We see on 2008, 2009, where the housing market go down. After we Fannie Mae and the all do people what happened? All them banks and they CEO them. The raises what they say in the beginning, they're not getting. What about the airline? After 9/11, would have still been go down? All the manager and the money that the 20 million or whatever raises what they say again, they're not getting. So it happen anytime. Thief man. Whether he poor, he rich, he always a thief. Where you see him? When you have black man thief. So me and not say because they look somebody will not get bike. Well, somebody will not bike go in, will not get that now in system, will not believe in that, and still do a job and content with that 5 million when they pay and go home. People in the salon will believe in that. So then you put millionaire there. Now I cannot even they buy the idea say Madabio be don't sit down for 200 years. What about if Madabio not been billionaire? Now still they do so. What you not been for say now? Say this man but always get money still the thief. Because rich people and then the thief people are not get. And then they always depend and you will sit down at this America all day. Look at them phone company, all them big corporate company. They depend all the time wait for take half money from you. You go to bank if you put $50 and 2 cents there. Chado they get big ulala Wells Fargo. What in the thief people and small change them, not to pass what the federal government can after them. So rich people accept the thief. So the idea say this man he been poor when I can't put a in on a cause that no thief man. Because you can be rich and still thief. Because you're not certified, you're not get content, you're not just because you see somebody will not get, you they put us on side in charge of money business. You know they take because that's not a part of them. You don't believe in that. So the idea is when I see that person there, he pull, they wanna go put and in on a cost that down. Me, I not buy that because you rich people are the thief. The people who got money in a salon and the thief, now then the thief back. So to me, you know what I'm called. You can put person where get money, a thief. You put the owner get money, a not thief. But the idea is the thing is Marabio na International Stadium. They say they can fight a 3-war. War against indiscipline, war against corruption, war against what thing have been the other thing we say? Lawlessness. Right now, under Madabio in government, Sierra Leone don't go to level 12. If level 12 day, lawlessness. If you don't believe, work up from PZ, no, from Eastern Police, take an cotton tree. Let's see the lawlessness at work. Yeah. Corruption, you're not for top. But like all they say, the reason why Jacob Zuma, South Africa, put in a jail, or because they get constitution where say so. Then get judges them and parliament where they handle the the executive in pocket. That's plain. No matter how they try to say now parliament, now the judges them, we get a bad constitution. Now the president, now in the peak judges them. More or less to what you get now when they call that PR system, the president and particular then they pick a politician then where they go represent the parliament. So you feel say, well, we don't give you, now we give you symbol for let you stand and win. And there's a clause inside that constitution the way say if you go against what the party believe in, clause that is a way say anti-party affairs, we can move you out. Show me that member of parliament we'll go against that. That's the one like what somebody say, we'll go just sit down, say no more, you know what, I don't believe in this. But if you don't believe in that, then you know for take the symbol. Because you know say from the day where you take the symbol, you don't know say now you na cow, you get rope na your neck. Now how then they push you now so you go. Because that symbol not to what you fight for, not to what the people and give you. Now party and the president and they say, yeah, go there, go win. Where you come, you there on that way. We they control you. You na remote. You na remote control. We they tell you what to do, how to do them. Because now for no style, if you want to be genuine, let no member of parliament not take this symbol. What did they give? But if you take up, you basically they under APC and SLPP, they're massive. And then give them that they tell you what thing for do, how for do them, when for do them. So for say, for even not even waste your time, you win as a member of parliament, then you say, oh, I'm not going to go on at this parliament. Well, you don't know that because the symbol self-support and give is not genuine. Because not to the people and choose you. Now party choose you. Then people and they not just a camouflage. We then go put box and say, yeah, I can't put something inside here. But now the party choose you. So now that party they not get for control you. So even if that president did the thief or then people and they the thief, the member of parliament not nothing for do. Same thing with the ACC boss. That guy not a coward. Now that man they put on them. Now the same man this will be they tell people a couple of years ago say, "Una wear black." Why need to wear black now? I tell people and say, "Una wear black," because that guy they be the thief, don't loot all the money. Well, they tell where that guy they be the loot all the money. The rest now be 150,000 leons. Now the rest now 600,000 leons. So would I don't loot fast in company? Why you not go resign? You not go do them. You don't show me how many African leaders them or you don't see them. That guy na Ivory Coast. Now on the holy go hide for left power, no one left. What do they call Babon? Show me how many presidents and Solomon are black African countries. We just sit down and say, this is too much for me. And if they say now the right thing is for do, la resign. Like that lady na London, like the other lady not to Australia, New Zealand. Look, see what woman them brave. You see what woman them brave? The woman looks and says, no, this is too much. The one in New Zealand and the one in London. But show me how many. Let anybody show me minister or president or within Africa. We just sit down and say, I don't like how things they go. Now they resign. Or member of parliament. Say. All over. Kenya, all the president, they depend on you right now. Because they follow them. Liberia will not for talk. They depend on you. Because they say George Weah, according to the opposition, say George Weah, he don't thief everything. He can thief everything, that's what they accuse her. So Africa, like say like cosh, I don't know what will be happen in the doom days, but like say like cosh on we black man, we not satisfied, we don't know how to say no. Thank you, self now, not say thank you. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much, Omar. Omar, our last caller. Hopefully, the repo. But anyway, not the constitution for doing work. The repo na the own work they do. Yes. Repossession. If you go to American, sometimes you no go understand what I say repo. Repo man a repossession. You know, I let the repo man can knock na you don't want. Hey, you gotta take water, guy, you know, pay. The repo man, they come. God help us. ACC don't do their own. They say they don't collect over 2 billion. But that mathematics for enemy is not correct. Unless if one sentence they don't wanna forget. The mathematics is not correct. 399, 231, then they say then 029. No, it's not correct. It's not correct. Do ya? When I check back, something I forget. Something they wanna forget. Eh? Okay. Go there back tomorrow. Go there back tomorrow. Go there. Now we walk down there. Wait till make we do this. Because we want we country for be a better place. Yeah. And then they want. And me person know tell me say, oh, now they sit down and I'm on the talk. Eh? I mean, you want to tell all day. I beg. Check me CV. Also, me person go tell me say, like, you just sit down and they talk. Check me CV, bro. Hey, check me CV, you go no. Why are they talk? You're all right for talk. Yeah? God help us. Till we meet again tomorrow. I saw three people go say, Tata.